Hello Virgo, welcome to WhiteFoxAlfred. This is your reading for May 2025. How has your April been? I feel like for a lot of people, April has been quite charged with a lot of change. And that change might not have always been external, a lot of it has been internal. But if it has been external, it's been sudden, quick and potentially unexpected. We've kind of, the last couple of months has really kind of shown us that we're only in control of 50% of our life, and the other 50% we don't have control over, and that's something we have to learn to accept and live with. What do we have for Virgo for May 2025? Okay. Oh, interesting. This is super interesting. So, we start off with where you are at right now. Page of Pentacles. Are you at the start of a new project? Are you at the start of grounding in a new idea or a new business, new project? It's in the kind of groundling sort of phase. There's another word, but I can't think of it. And this change, this new idea, has come in fast with the Eight of Wands, but you're unsure about whether to take it further because you've got the Devil here, which to me is this kind of in this lineup. What I'm getting right now is that this idea has been on your shoulder. It's been yapping at you. You've got to go and do this, do this, do this, do this, and it's kind of like you know that you've always wanted to go and do this project, this new seedling, this new sapling that's growing. You know that you've wanted to do it for a long time, but your relationship with it hasn't necessarily been the healthiest with the Devil card here. And I'm more talking about your relationship with this project, with this idea, with this wish of what you want to go and do. Because the thing itself, there's nothing wrong with the action or the project itself. But it's your relationship with it that is being highlighted here. So do you jump in? What I'm feeling right now is you're either 0 or 100%. Do you go, like, is it possible for you to reach 50%? Is it possible for you to be able to do this project without becoming emotionally attached to it, where you feel dependent upon it, where you feel like you kind of, this project gives you meaning, whereas you have meaning without this project. You have meaning without this job, without this profession. You have a lot of meaning. There is much more to you than just this job, and you know that. But with this Devil card here, it's telling me that when you do go in and do that, you lose yourself in it. And that's what is being highlighted here, because you've got this Two of Swords here, which is highlighting this all or nothing. There's two different directions. When there's a third direction of no swords at all, just letting go of them and moving forward. And in effect, that's the Fool card. And that's kind of what we're working towards here, because the remaining card in this row is the Ten of Cups. And that's your happily ever after. And this is what is, it's on the table. It's a possibility. But in this current instance, it is only a possibility. It's a strong possibility, because it's lying right next to the Page of Pentacles. It's the next step. However, you need to get over this devil. You need to understand where it is in your life and where it is in your emotional functionings. How do you relate? How do you think about this job, this project? How does this project affect your life? How does it affect your day to day? How does doing this new thing, this new project, profession, whatever it is, how does that affect your relationships? Affect the way that you live your day-to-day life? Does it make you super tired? Does it make you super energetic? Is it these extremes? Or does it make you feel so peaceful that you forget about all of your other responsibilities? That is also not necessarily a good thing, because we are spiritual beings, but we are also living in the 3D world, and we have to be able to balance those things. And the Devil card being here is telling me that it's out of balance, and we need to find a place of balance with this project, with this new thing that you're doing or bringing into your life. It's really important to find that point of equilibrium so it's healthy. And that point of healthiness is not going to be easy to find. When you find it, you will become thoroughly aware of how thin that line is. And that, in a way, is what the Buddhists would call the middle path. And that path isn't straight. It's not linear. It moves from left to right. Every day it's slightly different, and you have to be incredibly conscious, incredibly aware of finding your center each and every day, because it will be slightly different, because our emotions change, our feelings, thoughts, directions change, so we have to slightly make subtle adjustments. Sometimes when unexpected chaos happens outside of us, our middle path is way off to one side, and we have to move quite a long way to reach that, and that can take a few days to even find that. So I'm not saying that to try and discourage you. I'm just saying that it requires what I was talking about at the very beginning of this reading, which is it requires acceptance that we're not in control of our lives for 50% of the time, at least. There is God, there is spirit, there is influences outside of ourselves that influence, or that have a kind of, there's no other word, that have an influence on our day-to-day movements. And that can be other people as well. It's not just, God works through everything. So, and sometimes there's not meaning behind it either. Like, try not to kind of think, God's in every aspect of He is in aspect, or they are in every aspect of your life. Yes. But it's not everything has meaning. And just to kind of let go of I think sometimes when we're talking about such things like this, it's so easy to become overstimulated in the mind and think that, oh my God, okay, we have to be ultra aware of everything. No. Do your best to try and be in your most stable of places where you can be aware of how your own actions are influencing the people around you as well as yourself. Ultimately, that's what it all distills down to, is what's healthy for me, where I can do what I wish to do, while also supporting and loving the people that I want to love, the people that I want to support, the people that need my support as well. Because sometimes, there's people in our lives that we may not want to offer them support, but they need that support in moments in time, and we know that we are there to offer it. So that's where this is kind of all coming down to, is finding this balancing point of doing this project in a way that is healthy, where you don't lose yourself in it, but you also don't exclude this project from your life. And that is a balance. And it's not easy to find always. We have to experiment, we have to practice. And practice means improvement. Because when we're practicing stuff, we always get stuff wrong, or wrong is the wrong word. We learn, basically. When we're practicing stuff, we get a deeper understanding of how these things work and operate in our lives. And that's ultimately what this process is all about, that's leading you to this sense of fulfillment and happily ever after, where this project can support your family, your friends, your community, bring you a house, a garden by the seaside. It's beautiful. But work on this balance, and it has the chances to bring this happily ever after to you. So thank you, Virgo. Drop a like, comment and subscribe. I'm super intrigued to hear what this project is for you. It's going to be different for all of you, but super excited to jump into the comment section, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.